Hello, guys. We should be on live from the trading room. Happy to see you here on Monday, as usual, for a weekly forecast. We're going to talk today about very interesting elements about oil and cryptocurrency. So before we start, let me know if you guys are going well and if you had a nice week. Hi, Pawan from India. Hi, Bernardo. Hi, Mike. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Let's wait a few more minutes before we start. And today, like I said, we are going to discuss about oil and crypto. For me, oil is basically the asset that is fascinating me. I was trading oil for 1 year and a half on a daily basis. So every day I was looking at the price of oil and was trading the market. And I have some very interesting story, very good insights about those energy commodities. Actually, there are two prices of oil. There is the Brent, which is the UK price, and there is the WTI, which is the US price. Generally, the price is quite the same. There is very few. There is a spread like of maybe $3 or $5 between both of the asset, but historically speaking, the chart of those two assets are working the same. So we are going to discuss about the WTI because this is the asset I was trading. And like I said, Brent is behaving the exact on the exact same behavior. What I know is that traders generally like to trade the spread between Brent and WTI. For example, if the difference of the price between the two is starting to be bigger, so they will buy the lower asset and sell the higher one. So that's all people and good trader are trading Brent and WTI together. But we are going to discuss about WTI. To understand what's happened historically speaking and what we can understand from it moving forward. So let's move on the chart and understand what's happening the last few years and what we can expect on the next few weeks, for example. Let me add this. Okay, so basically here is the price of the WTI from 2017. I think you guys remember, but this period, so I starting trading oil basically on that period, okay, until this one, okay, until the drop that had here. Then the COVID started, moved the price below zero, if you guys remember, and then I needed to stop trading that because of the risk management of our trading desk. And basically it's very important because generally the geopolitical environment and the let's say there are two things that change the price of oil. There is the geopolitical tension between countries or war or something like that. And there is the macroeconomical environment. Okay, for example, if there is high inflation, lower importation, higher exportation, whatever, the price will adjust the trading balance. So basically here there was very interesting. Let me move back. Okay, so as you see here from May 2019 until March 2020, the market did not move too much. Okay, the market was stable. Generally, you need to know that the average price for oil is generally $60 per barrel. Okay, so if we trace the line, this is the average, and this is important for you guys to keep that in mind because you need to all the time bring the average price in your mind to understand where the price is standing. Then the COVID started, okay, around that area, went down here, and here there was a very interesting event, basically between Saudi Arabia and Russia, when actually they did not agree on cutting the production, which means there was a surplus of oil in the world, and naturally they did not find an agreement to reduce the production, which means that the market was producing oil while countries did not need that oil. And on a weekend, only on the weekend, here you can see the market dropped and make a gap from here to here. It's 25% gap during a weekend. So believe that if a trading desk have had a position here, depends which side you are, this can be very, very dangerous. So oil is also a very volatile asset, can be very dangerous. But what is interesting is that any geopolitical environment and any macroeconomical statistics will lead the price of oil changing. So here there was the big first movement. Then the market was very volatile, moving maybe, I don't know, between 10 and 15% per week, which is a lot. And then you guys remember we had the lockdown, no exportation of oil, no one was driving cars, leaving the price of oil getting down below zero. So here we see the CFD price. So actually the price stopped trading around $7 per barrel, but basically the futures contract went below zero, around -40. So this was a very one-time event. I don't think we're going to see oil moving back to this zone. And here the recovery started. Okay, so people understood that we need oil in the world to produce, because oil is not only for fuel and cars, but it's only because you can produce a lot of products like plastic and a lot of different stuff. So the world understood that the price of oil was undervalued, and countries started to buy back. As we can see here, the long uptrend straight to 125 when there was the war between Russia and Ukraine, and the price touched 120. So this was also a one-time opportunity. Last week we talked about the dollar yen. If you guys remember, selling the dollar yen is for me a decade opportunity. Buying oil at $10 is also a one-time opportunity. You will not see oil getting back to a level to the $10 per barrel in the next few years. So this was here a price that you will not be able to see back. And then from here the price reached 120 because of Russia and Ukraine. Russia is one of the best, one of the biggest producer in oil, which means that when there is a war in this country, it can affect the exportation and the price of oil. This is why the market continued to push. And today we can understand that the market moved back around the mean. And I found it very interesting to discuss about oil because the market is tending to move back to the historical average, which is around that zone. Okay, so you have actually here a big zone when the market is generally trading around that area. Okay, before we move into daily analysis in oil and then moving back to crypto, we got a nice update. It's going to be the first time we are going to talk about it in the live. So it's a small secret between us, but the 5ers is going to add new assets. It's going to happen in the next few days, and this is official. We are going to add oil in trading. So this is why we are going to discuss about oil today to understand what the concept and how you can trade on a daily basis or even longer time frame. And we are going to add two crypto coin, which is the most famous one, which would be Bitcoin and Ethereum, ETH. So yeah, this is a nice update. We are going to update you guys on our social media and on your email if you're on our newsletter. So this is why I found it important to discuss about the different assets, because you don't want to trade an asset when you lack an understanding on it. So if you guys have any questions on the chat regarding oil, what is the pip value, or you can calculate the stop loss, what we can expect in the next few weeks, what are the economical news that can affect oil, but also crypto. Guys, let me know on the chat. I found it interesting to have an interaction. I don't like to discuss about 30 minutes by myself. So guys, let's ask some questions and we can check what we can do. Yeah, you need also to understand that in oil you have one time a week you have a high impact news in oil, which is the crude oil inventory, which means US will be releasing the inventory that they have in oil. So generally it's very easy to understand. They are giving you the how much oil they have in their reserve each week. Okay, so if for example the news is getting higher than the expectancy, so I mean there is a lot of oil, it creates an imbalance and oil can decrease in value, and the opposite also. Okay, let's continue in gold in oil. Sorry, before we move to crypto. I have a specific view on crypto. I'm not trading crypto on a daily basis, but I'm using crypto for a long-term investment, and I will explain all in the next 2 minutes. Okay, so basically in oil, I find it very difficult to have any entry here based on a daily chart. You have here the 67 level that hold multiple time. Here you have probably a head and shoulder that the market retrace a little bit. Okay, from here. So the market went down. You have also this zone that can be an interesting zone to trade right now. But I would be prefer to wait. The geopolitical tension actually with the war between in Israel and there is also the war in Russia that continue. You see that the economy is starting to grow, so there is a lot of demand in oil. There is no lack of supply. Yeah, let me show you the chart. Thank you, Bob, for that. So this is what I explained. You have here head and shoulder in oil. The top was around 19 in October, and then the price decreased. We touched back this zone, which is the $73 zone, and then you have the strong zone at the 68. So here I wonder if we should take any trade on a daily basis. Of course, if you move back to the hourly, okay, for example, here it's a very nice demand zone on the hourly. You could have a buy. It's very interesting because you have stochastics already crossing below 20 at that zone. We are at the bottom of Bollinger Band. So this is quite a trade that I would take on the lower time frame. And this is quite easy to see. But generally on Monday, we like to focus on the long-term perspective because at any time we can go on MM5 and make a trade, make a short scalp. But here it's interesting for the beginning of the week, oil is starting to push a little bit above the 74 level. To respect this level, we see it very clearly, the demand here, which the zone respects, so we can a little bit move higher. Based on the daily chart, I assume that we are still in a downtrend. We can move back to the $67 per barrel. So you need to be careful when you go into a day trade here, because the trend is downtrend. Okay, you are in a big downtrend here, successfully making lower low and lower high. So be careful when you go into a demand trade here. You need to be very quick and close your profit as soon as you can. Why do you think oil will be below 15 in the next 5 years? That's not what I said. I'm not saying that oil will go back below 15. I never said that. I said that when the price was 15, around, it was not 15, it was below zero. And here in the CFD, we see it almost touch $7 per barrel. This was a decade opportunity, which means you won't see oil coming back to this level in the next few years or even in the next 10 years. Okay. But from here, the market successfully retraced. It was a big bullish movement in a matter of 2 years. So, of course, we won't see oil coming back to that zone. The average price of oil is around 60, which is around this zone, and we are not so far from the mean. Okay, we are not so far from the mean. So this is what you can see. I find that's a nice subject. We see today more and more electric car, which can lead the price of oil dropping down. But you need to understand that oil is not only for fuel and cars. Okay, it's only for a lot of different stuff, like plastic, and we know in the world everyone using plastic. So you need to understand. Let's do this finding together. Oil. I'm meanwhile also looking on Google. I think it's fuel. So petroleum, plastic, and there are a few more stuff. Oil use in percent by sector or in percentage. Yeah, you have, for example, the planes. Okay, I don't think we're going to see in the next years a plane that would be electric. That would be awesome, but I don't think it's going to happen. And planes are using a lot of oil to travel. Okay, so this is why I don't expect the price of oil crashing down because of electric cars. Yeah, I think we can see here. Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, I think I can show you that interesting in 2020 by sector, but that can change. Let me share that screen. Okay, so that's the distribution of all demand by sector in 2020. I believe that should change, but 48% is only for cars. So all the other the 50% that less is for other sector like petrochemicals. This is what I explained. It's for plastic. Other industry, I think it's interesting to drill down and understand what it's include. You have aviation, bunkers, electricity generation, well and domestic waterways, residential, commercial, and agricultural. Okay, yeah, for the plants, for example, I think we need some petrol for different stuff. So it's not only for cars. So this is why if in the next few years, or I would say in the next 20 years, oil is let's say cars will be only electric. So you can reduce the 50% of that, but you need to understand also that oil is not an infinite asset. Okay, so the the production of oil will also go down. So basically, the break, let's say the supply and demand, let's say the demand of oil will go down, but the supply as well will go down because it's not an infinite resource. Okay, you don't have oil forever. So it was an interesting topic. I like that, Afak. So thank you for bringing that. Okay, let's move back into the chart. If meanwhile you have other questions in oil, guys, let me know. For me, this is one of the best assets. Very interesting to follow and to trade. Not only because you have nice technical inflection point, like here you see when the market decide to go in one direction, the market drive it very quickly. For example, here we went down, probably her news here, but you see all this subtrend in a matter of a few days. Oil moved up 8%, most likely because maybe of the geopolitical tension in the Middle East. And there is a lot of different factors, like I said, supply, demand balance, importation, exportation, and so on. So guys, if you have other questions for oil, let me know on the chat. Regarding crypto, is there crypto here? Yeah, we have crypto here. Loading the data. So as I said, crypto, I'm not trading it on a daily basis. First, I don't have the time to do it, and secondly, I found it very, very difficult because the asset is very volatile. But I'm following it from a daily chart, weekly, and even monthly chart because I'm myself as an individual investing into cryptocurrency. I believe in the project and in the new digital ecosystem. Recently, there was two big news for crypto. BlackRock, which is the biggest hedge fund in the world, started to launch an ETF on Bitcoin, which drives the price up. Okay, so this is why you see here the expansion, because one of the biggest hedge fund has put their trust into crypto, especially Bitcoin, because they open an ETF. And secondly, recently, I think it was last week, the CEO of Binance, which Binance is the biggest crypto exchange in the world. The CEO just got filed from the CFTC from different subjects. Probably he breached specific rules of the CFTC in trading, so he decided to left the place as the CEO of Binance, and this is why we see recently that the market is not succeeding to continue. Even I found it very interesting technically because the market is slowly making a higher high, but all the time the market got a rejection. I think it was maybe here when we got the news, probably here around that spot, the Binance CEO just left the company because he was filed by the CFTC. So he was attacked. Here there is an uptrend. It's a flag. I don't know if the price will make a retracement. For me, I found it relevant to make a retracement to create a new base and then continue on the upside. Okay, this is very healthy to see the market doing something like that, moving back down to the mean and then continue on the upside. But I won't be surprised if the price continue to rise because of a very positive news in the crypto market. Again, this is my individual perception. I don't know, guys, if some of you are expecting Bitcoin to crash down. This is also this can happen. Everything can happen, and I would like to share your mindset. If you guys believing that crypto can move back all the way down to maybe 50K, yeah, 50,000, or even below to the 10,000 level. I would be interesting to know that. But try to bring any macro environment perspective, because technically, on the weekly chart there is nothing that lead the market to go on the downside, in my opinion. Maybe here the market is putting out all the people that open the sale. There's a lot of people opening a sale here and a sale here and here, and all the time the market left them out of the market. And I would not be surprised if the market goes down, finding a support or any balance here at the beginning of the impulse, which would be very healthy actually. Having a retest to the 30K level on the daily chart and then continue on the upside, that would be very healthy for me. W, hey, amateur Forex, maybe you want to add something on the weekly chart. Yeah, this can be a big zone where the market can need some retracement. But again, I see the price very healthy, and the market can continue to drive up. What about ETH? It's quite the same scenario. Again, I'm looking it on the long term. Okay, Ethereum is different because it just touched the weekly level of yeah. This is a big zone in ETH to make some sell. The 2000 level, yeah, the 2100 level is a very strong level. But you see here that the market create an uptrend because we have a higher low. So at the end of the triangle, it will be very important to check the move. Again, I won't be surprised if the market turn back, finding a zone, and then the market will continue on the upside. I won't be surprised if this happens. W for win. Always nice to tune into the stream. Thank you for your feedback. I appreciate. I really appreciate. Yeah, for the win, we will see. Again, very important to mention. If you guys trade on a daily basis, crypto, I'm very surprised and would be happy to discuss with you, because this is something I struggle to do. And I know that there is a lot of crypto traders that would like to trade, especially crypto on the 5ers. And I think some people have very strong strategy, but I did not find it comfortable for me, because again, you will see there is a lot of fake out coming back, very volatile, and it's not fit my strategy for me. So, but again, it would be very interesting to discuss with some people that trade crypto on a daily basis, and I know that some traders are successful by doing that. What about the dollar yen? If you remember last week, we're gonna talk from the last half of the session about another assets. Meanwhile, if you guys have any other question regarding oil and crypto, let me know. But let's move back to the dollar yen, because last week I've basically say that dollar yen is a decade opportunity after the market touched again the top of this zone, which is exactly the highest point of 2000, okay, which is here. And we made a double top already in the weekly chart. The market had a breakout on the downside. And then if you remember, we said, okay, generally the market, when there is a strong movement on the downside, the market retrace and found here a rejection space exactly here. And if you would like to check, guys, this is exactly the setup that I explained last week. The market dropped below the trend line. I would not be looking for a sell after the market was already derived from the mean. The market successfully found some buyers here, some take profit. And then here, we already see the rejection. The market did not succeed to make an higher movement. So probably we will see the market continue on the downside. I clearly see the dollar yen again being a decade opportunity. This is like of course, Forex is more cycle and it's moving much more lower than oil, but it's like looking oil at when it was $10. Okay, I won't enter into macro factors that the Japanese yen should increase in value in the next few years, but again, there is here, technically speaking, a nice movement to continue on the downside. Maybe the dollar yen can move back to this zone. Then we're going to see if there are more buyers coming back to push the price up. But again, there is quite a big space from here. It's around 3% down, which is around 500 pips. And then you need to review again what's happening in Japan, if there is any change in their forecast for their currency. And if nothing changed, so the market will continue to decrease, and the yen will be higher in value. Okay, so let's check gold. We are above 2000. I found gold very tricky here to have any decision. So we know that the 2000 level is also psychological level. We had here the retracement, probably a news here, and the market went down. It will probably create a flag. And again, you guys already know me. I won't position myself into a buy position here because we are close at the top of the stochastic. So I don't like to buy when the market already break out. But in that case, I would not be selling the market. First of all, because the geopolitical tension that can continue. And also in the long term, historically speaking, gold is driving higher. So here I found it very, very difficult to position yourself for that week. Of course, you can find some spot in the lower time frame and find some support. You can trade between that range. Specifically today, if there was no big events, you see the market already retraced a few times. Here, yeah, this was during the London session. This was during again the London session. The market will already opens, but nothing happened. So I won't position myself for that week in gold. So that's my point for the Swiss. Yeah, it's also very tricky here to trade the Swiss. On the H1, the market dropped. Here you have one movement, it's break below. Here you had another movement, it's break below. So here the market can continue on the downside. But again, you already guys know me. I won't be selling the market when the market is already at the bottom. So would I be buying? And the answer is still no, because I have nothing to support my opinion in the left side of the chart. We have maybe this point here, but that's not enough for me, because here the market did not react. It reacted, but not as I wish. So let's wait for the market at least to create a range before we take a decision to make a buy. Like I said, I won't be selling the market. I'm not a trend follower trader, so let's be waiting for the market to retrace, and then we move on. What about the euro, which is here 1.09? Yeah, you have an interesting zone to trade on the euro USD for that week. It's touch that zone, which is for me an interesting zone. Probably, if you guys are looking at Fibonacci, it should be the 50 level, which a lot of people are looking to sell here. Stochastics is about 80, crossing. Also on the H4 crossing. Okay, so basically it can be a sell to expect the price to move back at least to that zone, and why not touch back this demand. So yeah, I won't be again buying the euro USD. You already guys know why. I would be looking for a sell only. The market already went down at the opening. Here on the M15, you have also some nice scalp spot. This can be nice to scalp. I need to expect the price to make a short rejection and then continue on the longer time frame. But again, it's quite dangerous to do that when the US session just opened. Okay, so you have high volatility. But basically, if we were actually at the London session, when the market have lower liquidity and the market will most of the time respect the zone, this would be a zone that I would be buying, expecting for the price to go back to the mean. But like I said, only if we were on the London session or the ASEAN session, because there is lower liquidity. So basically, when you have during the US session, there is a higher volume, higher liquidity. The market most of the time will break interesting zones or big zones, while in the London session and ASEAN session, this type of zone would hold. Okay, so this is the two difference. So that's why here on that aspect, I would not be buying because US traders are crazy and would push the price down. Okay, basically. All right, guys. Any other questions? Any other symbol that you would like to discuss about? We did gold, Swiss, Euro, USD. We talked before about oil and crypto. Oh, this is a nice zone in the euro pound. This is quite, very interesting zone in the euro pound. It's clear support. The market was on a downtrend. We are very close of the 20 level in stochastics. We are the bottom of Bollinger Band, so at least we can expect a retracement here. And what is good also is that the daily chart, this is a strong zone, okay? But on the H4, I think we can't see it here, but you have, let's say, an uptrend when here we succeed to make higher high, for example, here, and then the market pushed here, and then here, then here, then here, okay? And actually here, the market need to hold for confirming the uptrend, okay? And we also see that there is higher movement, okay? So higher high, here, here. So this can be a very nice inflection point. And if the market hold that point, we should be looking for at least an higher high or minimum getting back to the zone here. So this is a very nice point on the euro pound. Of course, it's H4 chart, so it's more a swing trade. But I think this is very nice opportunity. You see, like the dot theory behaving here. Some people will say, we are actually breaking the line, so I would be selling. Again, I'm looking at the market quite differently, because if we would be looking at the trend line, this would be the nice trend line to see. But here the market break, so we would say, okay, the market break, the market should go below. But again, I still believe the market is on a big zone. If you go back to the daily time frame, and we are at the bottom of Bollinger Bands. On the H4, we are at the bottom of 20s, the 20 level. So generally, this is quite a trap when people are looking at the trend line, and the trend line is starting to get broken, and then the market will basically recover here. It will take some stop loss, okay, for the people that enter here like very early, and the market will continue to drive up. So interesting movement here. I would be focusing on that symbol the next few days to see how it behaves. But for me, this is quite clear that I would be looking for a retracement. And if the market holds, there is high chance the market to make an higher high here. All right, guys. Do you have any questions until now? Or any topic that you would like to discuss? If there is no question, I assume that everyone was happy of the analysis and understand at least. All right. So let's separate, guys. Let's end this. As usual, I appreciate making this live trading room. I'm moving back a little bit to the market. As you guys know, as I was doing 1 month off on the market. I was not looking on a daily basis the price. Of course, I was looking at the geopolitical environment and understanding the context in general, but I was not looking at the opportunity and the chart. It's been around 1 week, 2 weeks that I'm back, and I'm fully focused on monitoring the market and understanding any movements that can happen. So week after week, I will come back into better mindsets and find any other opportunities. again, if I would repeat, the dollar yen is again for me a decade opportunity. It's an investment and not a trade, because the market can range and can putting you out. So I would be looking very closely about that price. Again, I'm very tired. Thank you for joining the trading room. Tomorrow there is probably Saul making a live trading room, so he would be actively trading. And yeah, I would be meeting you guys next week, next Monday, same hour, same channel, same vibes. Thank you for your time. Have a nice week, and see you guys. Bye.
Hi guys, so thank you very much for watching the video. Now make sure you like and subscribe, and most of all, go into the YouTube and check our other content that we provide here at The 5ers. We'll see you in the next one.